Hi everyone, this is alpinesamosa. For this video, I have prepared 7 Montessori practical life activities for my 15 months old granddaughter. My granddaughter lives abroad. To represent children, I'm using soft toys. Mostly Pippi will be participating in the activities. So Montessori practical life activities are a very important part of the Montessori curriculum. These activities support further development of order, concentration, coordination, and independence, which are important for later learning and life in general. I've used household items to put these activities together. As an early years specialist, consultant, and Montessori professional, I've used these activities in early years settings such as the baby and toddler groups and kindergartens. Montessori activities are done in sequence. What I'm showing in the video are the basics. To know more about these activities and how to present them to a child and take the child to the next level, I'm offering online Zoom workshop next month. If you want to attend this workshop, you will find the details and link at the end of this video. Until then, stay tuned. I'm going to start with the Montessori Object Permanence Box. This is one of the must-have activity in the Montessori settings. Remember, this activity is done under adult supervision. The direct aim of this activity is to give baby, toddler practice with hand-eye coordination. The indirect purpose of this activity for the child is to understand that objects continue to exist even when they cannot be seen, heard, touched, smelled, or sensed in any way. One example, when mom leaves the room, but she will come back. So when do you introduce Montessori Object Permanence Box? You introduce this activity when the child can sit independently without any support, say around 8 months, and always demonstrate it to the child and let the child try, but never interfere when the child is trying. Don't correct the child. Just let the child enjoy the moment and experience. To make object permanence box, you will need a shoebox, couple of small balls, tape, and a pencil. That's all. Tissue box tactile activity. This is a very popular activity with the toddlers. In the video, you can see that I'm not using the wooden tissue box. I'm using the cardboard tissue box. This is because it is much lighter for the child to carry it to the table or on the floor where the child has decided to do this activity. To prepare for this activity, all you need is an empty tissue box, some material of different texture, color, and design. You just cut 2 of each color, design, and texture. This activity is easy to make. Apart from having fun, you are introducing tactile play to the toddler. At this age, the toddler is very inquisitive to know. Through this activity, you can introduce names of colors and texture of the material. The direct aim of this activity is to enhance child's vocabulary. Indirect aim is that you are introducing problem solving, such as taking items out of the box and putting them back in the box. Opening and closing of small containers. I love this activity because it is such an easy activity to put together. All you need are some containers from your kitchen cupboard. You can swap the containers as your child gets experience in opening and closing them, and you can make it interesting by putting something in the container. The direct purpose of this activity is to support child in becoming independent in terms of opening and closing of containers. And the indirect purpose of this activity is to strengthen child's hand and wrist muscles. Spooning bobbles. Remember, this activity is done under adult supervision. This activity is introduced to a child around 15 months of age. Materials you will need for this activity are 1 tray, 2 bowls, some bubbles, or you can also use rice or pasta, and a spoon. The The purpose of this activity is to support directly to develop skills of spooning. Indirect purpose is to support coordination of child's movement and focus. Sometimes you'll find that the child is not using the spoon but his fingers to transfer object from one bowl to the other bowl. Please do not correct the child as you will distract his concentration. At this moment, the child is fully focused in using his fingers and the hand movements. Let the child continue with this activity because the child is concentrating on his coordination skills and strengthening his arm and wrist muscles. Clothespin activity. This activity is part of the Montessori practical life skills and is normally introduced to a child at around 15 months of age. Clothespin activity supports towards manual dexterity such as pincher grasp and use of scissors, and it helps towards small muscle development. Materials you need are a bowl or a container. I'm using a sturdy felt basket and some clothespins. First, demonstrate how to hold the pin. Show the child by demonstrating the action of fingers in a pincher grasp position. Then, with the clothespin, next show the child how to place the pin around the rim of the container. Once the child can use the clothespins, you can take it to the next level. You can see in the video I'm showing Pippi how to sort the pins in matching colors. I'm showing her green pin matches with the green, the pink pin matches with the pink, and the grey pin matches with the grey. You can do so many variations with this activity. Montessori Practical Life Flower Arranging Activity. This activity must be done under adult supervision. Materials you will need are a tray, flower basket, ceramic vase, water jug, funnel, and a cloth. Flower arranging teaches toddler to appreciate and taking care of their environment. Mental task of sequencing, judgment of size, pouring water, indirect preparation for botany studies, concentration and independence. You can see on the screen I am demonstrating how to present this activity to the child. Here I am not saying anything. The child is observing my actions. Through my actions, the child is learning to do this activity. Once I have finished arranging the flowers and I am happy with the arrangement, I will leave them on display for Pippi to enjoy them and put away the rest of the material back on the shelf. At this point, I will ask Pippi if she is interested in doing the flower arrangement activity. If she says yes, then I will ask her to take the flower activity tray to the table and repeat the whole process. If the child needs guidance, then guide the child. With younger children, just have cut flowers ready for them to use. Sometimes I've used silk flowers, but when possible I use fresh flowers. You can go on nature hunt to pick flowers, twigs and leaves with the child. Remember, it has to be child size so the child is able to handle the material. Therefore, you can see in the video all the equipment I'm using is child size. And when you cut flowers, make sure that they are not too long or too small, just right size for the child to use. Pippi is only 15 months old, so I'm keeping this activity as simple as possible. All I want her to do is to fill the water in the vase and arrange the flowers to her ability. I just want her to see result, and the result is arranging the flowers and enjoying the beautiful environment around her. This is my last activity for this video. Passing beads through a chopstick, age 15 months and above. This activity must be done under adult supervision. Materials you will need for this activity are a tray, 2 or 3 large wooden beads, and a chopstick or a straw. Point of interest for this activity is watching the chopstick come through the other end. Control of error, chopstick not going through the hole or going through the hole more than once. Direct aims are concentration, coordination, and independence, and the indirect aims are preparation for large and small bead stringing. You are seeing the recap of the activities on the screen. Hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have liked this video, then please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. Leave your comments in the comment box below, and if you try this activity with your child, then do let me know how you got on with it. Free Zoom online workshop link is below in the description box. My next video is on Montessori water activities, so please join me. Until then, take care and be safe.